Let's
Sorry.
check. Let's check. I got to do the thing.
Oh,
Who is Siri bot?
I don't know which bot that is.
Okay, that's fine. I can ignore it if it's an actual bot.
It's basically like a nightbot kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
from
it's-
what I've
there.
heard too, yes.
Yeah, it's okay. I just went ahead and set it up to ignore. That way it doesn't, its commands and stuff don't pop through. That's
I was
all.
gonna say it's a good bot.
Okay.
Yeah, just so bot commands don't go through to everybody's chats. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
makes
if it
sense. Makes
talks
sense.
or says,
It might.
Who's-
I'm sure it
don't
does.
say
Whose chat did?
my-
Or yeah, whose chat did it join?
Not mine.
Has.
Not mine.
What are we talking about?
it's
Siri
Siri
bot.
bot.
Oh, Sari's in mine.
Okay.
Okay.
it is a
I
bot
got
though, right?
rated. I got rated a few streams ago, and going through all
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit
it's
was
that
not
bot.
fun. So yeah.
Okay,
know-
so it
I
is
know which
actually a
bot
bot.
it is.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
We're good.
That's-
Yeah, we're
But
good.
my dumbass has no D&D map on my stream. So
You okay?
Setting it up live.
yeah, hell.
It's
Ah,
okay. Right now, all it is a you are here.
Yeah, it's just the map with the "you are here" over catchy. We're good.
I made them see into the future because I streamed my OBS.
OBSception.
Ooh.
That's not what I
Dreamception.
want. Where is
So
it?
hello, everybody.
Get quiet. Oh,
Hello.
There are no technical difficulties. We promise.
I gained a brain cell.
Never.
It's no. There are technical difficulties, but we're just going to assume they're all caused by my lung infection.
Okay. Bad lung infection. So welcome to session 9 of In the Demon's Grasp. Where
Woo!
last we left off, we were still the younger of the group, and we're still the younger of the group.
I forgot to grab my food.
Uh-oh. Well, go grab
I'm
it.
gonna
Run!
go grab my food.
Go
I'm
grab
giving
your
a quick
food.
recap. So, the recap for last week, even though last week was about a month ago, just to get everybody caught up, let me explain it to you like I explained it to my D&D group here. If I can find it. Because I thought it was a great recap. So,
Fairies, Bannerman,
Fairies? Yep.
Unicorn, Prince, Dragon, Dreamers. Oh my god, what happened to the crystal? Midnight's in trouble.
that pretty much sums up the last time, which was all the way back on the first. So we had 3 fairies that came in while the group was asleep at night. 3 sprites who
Yes, which we get to meet now
were dead
once they
set.
wake up.
Were
Yeah.
dead set on delivering a message from someone named Banrion. Naya happened to be awake and on call at the time, and so having resisted the urge to go to sleep,
hmm
vehemently denying that even exists in her being at this point,
hmm
asked them to deliver the message to her, and they delivered the message talking about a unicorn named Banrion that was told to seek them for aid. And around the same time or shortly there before, Midnight had stayed up and decided to do one of those nice little science experiments, where you drop all the little
Yes.
salted crystals in the water and watch them grow underwater, except it was neither underwater or a little salted crystal. And
hmm
It grew really fast.
I
Yeah.
got food.
welcome back. And so we will pick up from where that happened with him having to speak up, Alfred. And he said, if I remember correctly, oh my gods, what happened here?
Oh, my crystals! Gotta go check them out. Be right back.
And he's looking out the window.
Fucking science experiment.
So his exclamation was loud enough that those that were still kind of groggy and waking up,
We're in a fantasy setting, and we still have mad scientists. Go figure.
Yep.
those waking up like Kophax and Kalina, your grogginess is pretty, jarred out of you all at once because this exclamation is definitely out of place and y'all are kind of already on edge considering where you are and
And
everything
confused.
going on. So
Alright.
Definitely
that definitely
confused.
jars you awake.
And I run out to the crystals.
Yeah, and you see Midnight jump up and run outside.
And what do I see?
The middle crystal, which is, or was it the middle one that
Yes.
you did the magic on?
Yes.
It's
No, the
still humongous.
No, middle was
the
the
right
normal one.
was the magic one.
Okay, the
The-
left one was the blood one.
The left one was the standard, just tied a rope on it, and the middle one was the one we put blood on.
Okay. Well, the one with magic is still shot straight up into the air.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an investigation check if you would, please.
Can do. 15.
As far as you can tell, it doesn't look like it's grown that much more overnight.
So we had like rope or something on both that was at the same height. Is the middle one now higher at all, or is it about the same?
The control is still about the same, maybe a slight bit higher, but not by much. It's almost imperceptible.
The control is higher? The one we
It's
did nothing to?
No, that's what I'm saying. It might have grown some, but it's imperceptible if it did. As in, you can't really tell that it's got.
Oh, I understand. But the middle one, is the mark on that one higher than the control at all?
The one with the blood.
Yeah.
The one with the blood has grown some, maybe about an inch and a half,
Okay.
give or take, about the width of the rope. So it's definitely
Okay.
taller than it was, but not by much.
Oh, Naya, come look at this.
All right, well, Naya's gonna head on over.
Look. So the blood did make it grow, but not by much.
Okay, this must
it
be the
did.
magic one. Is looking at the really, really tall one.
Oh yeah, you remember that one from last night. You scolded me
Yup.
for that.
Yep.
And I'm
Looks
sure
like it was
everyone
not
can
done
hear the
growing.
conversation since they're not whispering. So
Yep.
Yeah, we're not whispering about this.
Not at all.
Alfred is definitely intently listening
Uh-huh.
to understand what went on.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Alfred, oh, come here. So
He pulls himself over by the door so he can get a better look
all right.
by
So
holding the wall.
what I did, I
I'm gonna
wanted
pull
to
up the
test
sprite
what
system
makes them
on my
grow.
end.
So this one, I did nothing to except put a rope on it. The rope was her idea. I tried to cut it. I could not cut into it at all. But she suggested I put a rope on it, so I put a rope on these two. The left one I did nothing else to. The middle one, I put some blood on it. And then the right one, that grew a lot quicker than I expected. I did a cantrip on it for a couple seconds, and
What
it just
kind
shot
of
up.
magic did you use, Bird?
Prestidigitation.
Alfred asks.
Well,
He looks upset, but not as on edge as he did when he
Mhm.
first noticed the.
it was
the
only a
goings on.
cantrip. And remember, when I'm talking to you, it's actually her. No, I can't use magic. It's midnight here.
I stopped it before it got too far.
I was gonna leave it on all night, but then it grew so quickly, so I took it off.
After being scolded.
Mhm.
He looks. What's the word? Terrified
Flabbergasted.
at the thought of it having had a chance that there was a possibility it would have grown and he was asleep. And he says, "Please don't do that again.
That's fine.
This is one of the places I live. Please don't do that again."
The science has been achieved.
I could have told you it could grow, but I've never seen it grow like that.
Yeah, I just used the cantrip. Wasn't even a good spell, just prestidigitation to make a spot on it.
To be fair, you focused it directly on the crystal. Probably most people
Yeah.
weren't casting magic directly on crystals.
I'm not sure why not. It's fun science.
Yeah, I mean, just a general looking around, not even perception needed or anything. You know, having been in town and everywhere else, this is the tallest crystal in the land, as far as you can tell.
Oh,
Other
boy.
than some that are considerably larger in certain places, but in this area that you're in, this is it. You know, this is the king of the mountain.
Now you never lose track of your house. So you're
Leave him a
welcome.
land marker.
And Midnight starts walking back inside.
Anybody else? What's everybody else doing while this conversation was going on?
Phelan was kind of just looking at them with the straightest face ever, just like, you guys did science experiments while we were asleep.
Yeah, it was fun.
There was no we in that
that.
situation. I stopped the
You
science.
helped me.
Like,
You added the ropes.
I added the ropes because the damage was already done.
out of character.
Oh.
Why can I see Phelan?
Oh, and I do
This
grab
would
the
be a
ropes
moment
back.
where, under normal circumstances, Phelan would scream at the party, say, "Mom and Dad are fighting again."
Oh, and one other thing. We have some visitors, and I point over to the fairies.
Yeah, they've been sleeping.
That call out, and other people, especially now that it's been pointed out, you see 3 rather tiny beings asleep on the tall part of a flat crystal here. They don't quite look that awake, but the crystal that they're on is what they're sleeping on.
That scared me. I thought a pop-up was popping up on my end. I was like, what I do?
Like,
Just
no,
be
no,
sharing
no.
an image. Just be sharing an image. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I already
I
have
got
them
a
open on my
virus.
side.
Based
I thought
on
I had
what
a
they said
virus.
last night, I think they were sent here by a unicorn or something. And they want us to go with them between the spine. Whatever that means.
I'm gonna quietly sneak up to them and just like be quietly. They're
Beast.
so cute.
Aren't they, though?
They delivered a message last night while I was on watch, and I'm just gonna hold out the paper where I wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
I was awake for that message, right? Pretty sure. Or was it
No.
just...
No, I
Midnight
think it
wasn't.
was. You were not.
No.
Yeah,
Midnight was not.
Yeah, Midnight was not,
Uh,
but Princess
The bird.
was.
The bird
Princess
probably
was.
was. Yeah, Princess was.
So Midnight would have been informed of all of it already.
Okay.
There we go. You lean down, look over them, and say, "Oh, they're so cute." And the one on the right gives a big yawn and wakes
You
up,
woke her up.
rubbing her eyes, and looks up and sees everybody standing around, kind of jumps up suddenly, flapping her little wings and hovering in the air just above the others, and leans down and
Wakes them
taps
all
with
up.
her toe on the one in the middle and says, "Wake up, wake up. They're all awake. Wake up, wake up." And then that one wakes up and nudges the one next, and you now have 3 quite awake, but 2 still somewhat groggy sprites hovering in front of you.
So, if I remember correctly, this one's name is Slain. That one is
Salad.
Niles. And this
Nails.
one is Snail.
Frasier.
It's Lannis, Nails, and Salad.
One is
They
Right,
all
right,
sound.
one
that
is
was it.
one is
was it.
Niles and one is Frasier.
They all wave in order as Nye actually says their names out loud and correctly.
I'm just gonna sit down in front of them and look up at them and like, so pretty. I love your flowers.
Selin flies up to you and looks and shows off. She turns her body to the side and tilts her head down to show off her little blue flare on her hair.
They're so
And
pretty.
she's quite enjoying the praise and thing. And
Naya,
Lannis, go ahead.
I was gonna say Naya's gonna dig through that pouch of colored glass beads that we got off the merchant cart.
Uh-huh.
Gonna dig out 3 really pretty ones and try to subtly put them into Kalina's hand to offer as a gift to the fairies.
Thank you, Naya. What color are they? Out of curiosity.
There is a pink one, there's a purple one, and there's a green one.
Okay, so what color do I want to give to which?
And do you
Or
want to
should I just
sneakily
offer
do it
them?
or overtly sneakily do it?
What do you mean overtly sneakily do it?
Like when I'm
We
passing
heard
them
you-
to you,
yeah.
how subtle am I being?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be very subtle.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Okay. I am not very subtle. 7.
So I'm guessing you're just gonna come, grab my hand, flip it over.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're there.
I mean, Lannis happen. You see Lannis kind of peek down for a moment, but Lannis doesn't say anything. Salin is still showing off her little blue flower to her, and Nels is just looking back and forth between the two and rubbing her head because she doesn't have any flowers and has a pouty look on her face.
Why does Nails not have flowers?
I couldn't find any to fit my beautiful hair.
That is so sad.
I know, right?
You just needed to do one tucked behind the ear. That would have been enough.
I know, right? They have given up all pretense of trying to do the triple talking thing.
Mhm.
Uh,
They exhausted that last night.
Yeah, that's something that they planned for days on. Don't blame me.
Phaler's
Blame
just buffering in the corner.
So do I notice the beads in my hand?
I wasn't trying to hide the beads from you. I was trying to not necessarily let the pixies see where the beads were coming from.
You know what would actually look amazing with you guys? Holds out hand. These pretty beads. Would you
All
guys like
three.
some?
All three perk out and says, "Oh, thank you," and they fly in to go to grab them.
It's probably bigger than their
Okay,
head.
who grows? No, would it be?
A
Not
bead?
necessarily. It's
Could be.
glass beads. They could be assorted sizes.
Yeah.
Like
So
if
who
it's
grabs-
charm bracelet size, they'd be pretty small.
Who
Let-
grabs
Still-
what size?
Pixies are very small, or sprites
What
are
were the
very small
colors?
as well.
Pink,
Purple,
purple,
pink,
and green.
yeah.
Salin
purple
would go
green.
for the purple one. Nels would go for the green one, and Lannis would go for the pink one. After seeing that Salin was going for the purple one.
Okay. I'll have to see if I can find another purple one later.
They happily take them. Oh, well, thank you.
Naya.
Hmm.
I dreamt again last night.
You did?
Yeah. Did you?
Oh goodness, no! I never sleep if I can help it.
Right,
It's
right.
miserable. I don't know how you can do it.
It's so weird. Definitely not used to it. We were at the table again last night, right?
Yeah.
We were
Y'all
back at that table.
You just remember your dream of having a general table chat and eating. You don't even remember what was talked about.
Got to eat a lot of yummy food.
But you do definitely remember being at the table. That's
about all I know.
forefront.
So y'all had the
Guys,
same
don't we
dream
have
again?
something
Yeah.
a little important to do, like
The
heading,
old guy wasn't there though.
Okay.
What?
People are interested in the flowers.
So, looking at the message again, now that they're awake, everybody has kind of seen the message.
Yep.
Lannis will subtly take one of the flowers out of her hair and hold it out to Kalina.
There you go. Strange.
I'm gonna tuck it behind my ear.
She
So-
smiles and hovers back over to her sisters. So, what were you saying? There.
Allie.
Firebutt, what's the flower called
Sorry.
again?
Is it the chrysanthemum?
You were
Mhm.
saying we have something maybe important to go do or go somewhere, Allie?
I forgot the name of the place. What's the name of the
Oh,
The
the
place where
spine?
forest?
no, the place where the people evacuated to?
Oh, Novale.
No veil.
Novell. Shouldn't we be like getting ready to pack things up and head to Novale, guys?
Yeah.
You know, find the survivors.
Probably should. It sounded like Banrian was hoping to meet with us somewhere else, though.
It was to the east, which is the same-ish direction. So,
One was north
Uh,
and one was south, I think.
well, between the spine,
Blue
if you look at the
hydrangea.
map, would be that mountain range there.
Stranger.
So it looks like
Okay.
it would take us
It might
right
be on
that
the way.
direction to Novale. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to recap what was said in the message again.
Well,
since
we
it's been a
have it
while.
in the Discord.
Right.
I,
But
I was
for the
trying
stream,
to
I meant.
add it as a handout and failing.
Yeah. So, greetings from Banrian. The noble unicorn seeks your aid.
That did not load.
A
Okay.
plea for the unicorn believes you have the key. The prince, the helping hand, the one in charge, she was told by an old man. He said to come for the dreamers would know
Here, I'll read it
how
out.
to help or how to assist our way back home. I'm trying to take
You're
out
just trying to
the extra bits.
Well, just read the first and last.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
He said to state it was hard to undo what has come, to return what was lost.
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
It'll
trying to
load
go
an image.
Back to where that is
Yeah,
in
image
the
denied.
chat log. There we
I
go.
tried to put the link in Roll20 and it got mad at me.
I see that.
And I can't add a handout.
So yeah, sounds like we're heading east
So I was gonna add the image as
through
a
the
handout.
spine.
I was going to try and do it, but it seems that I either remove that or remove that.
Here's Nene's one with the color coding.
Here, I pinned it.
I'm just showing it. I was just showing it on mine on another tab.
I pinned
so
it for
my
Prior, but
cat
if he
could
wants
see
to
it.
give it as an actual.
Yep, I will do that.
Yeah, it was basically greetings from Banrian. The noble unicorn seeks your aid, a plea, if you will. The unicorn believes you have the key, the prince, she was told, by an old man one day. He said to come. But the sleepers would know how to help our way back home. He said to state it was heard, to undo what was come, to return what was lost. That was just the yellow.
It is now giant
Yeah.
on my screen for
That's
now.
just Lannis.
I
Yeah.
was not looking at that version. I was looking at the version in my notes.
You know,
which is
no,
why it was
Nene's-
taking me a minute longer.
Nene's
to...
version is much easier to parse.
Yeah, yeah. I was having to
Color
read through
coding.
it myself and be like, okay, first there's the last, first the last. Okay.
Yep.
There it is.
Mhm.
Complete with the bad misspelling lines, but yeah,
Mhm.
there it is.
That's fine. It's fine. Yep.
That way everyone can take a look.
I'm
what
going
the
to
group
judge you
worked on.
harshly for those misspellings.
But yeah,
Chat,
so
bask in the glory of what Nene has created. An easy
Yeah,
Yeah,
way
that wasn't
for
her
us to
fault. That's actually
understand.
how it's spelled. So
I know.
mhm.
So
It's fine.
Midnight's
Wait,
gonna
what's
pack up
spelled
her
funny?
stuff.
Oh, Banrian.
Yep.
Banrion.
Banrion,
That's how it's spelled.
the noble unicorn.
The noble unicorn.
yep, the noble misspelled unicorn.
It's fine. Okay, so it's over there now.
Unicorny,
Beautiful.
unicorny.
Yep, yep. So
Yeah, there.
that was the message.
What are you, Appa?
All right. So that's the message. And then when I asked where we were supposed to go, they gave me a location.
Yep. Just a little
DM,
bit
can you
to the
remind us
east.
where that is? Yeah.
A little bit to the east, in the
East?
middle of the spine.
Hey, Mr. Thorny, before we
Alfred
go,
tilts his head and looks and listens.
I have a favor to ask. Can I have your arm? It was really cool.
He looks
Princess?
offended
I think he
For a
needs his arm, princess.
for a
Or
split
maybe
moment
you have
there.
a spare.
The only spares I have are the ones that I use to get around.
Hang on, I can't describe the
Really
face that
cool.
Phelan is making right now, so I'm gonna send the image that's close to it into D&D chat.
Okay. And in Alfred's mind, he's thinking, "Yeah, I'll give you a hand."
Oh no. A hand right across the face.
I think that fits pretty well there, Ellie. I definitely think
Midnight looks at
that's
everyone's
Phelan's
faces,
face.
looking at her, and she's like, "What?
Where this
It's
is mine.
really cool. You can't tell me you don't want to wear that thing."
Anyway, I wonder.
But he actually goes about
what would happen?
setting up the pot again over the
just-
fire and says, "Is anybody up for some breakfast stew?"
Oh, it downloaded the image. Shit.
Yep.
I will absolutely take some breakfast stew.
Yes, please.
He goes about filling up from his water skin, which weirdly enough, it appears as if it's got more water in it than he actually pours out, or than it should be
That's-
able to.
That's good.
Everlasting.
And he starts up the fire to get the fire started and get the water boiling, and he pulls out some strips of dried meat that look a little chicken-like, but not quite. They remind you a lot of the meat from the chicken lizards that you've encountered before. And he throws them into the water, and they start to soften and everything else. So he gets a nice little stew going. No veggies at the moment, though, but it's at least got some meat stew. And he'll happily offer some to everybody. The sprites are hovering around, chitter chattering. Like I said, they're not trying to talk in
Phelan
threes.
Phelan is quite content that there's no veggies. Bet you $10 that she was never given veggies.
My stream can see the face.
Okay.
As Phelan is sitting there, these three little sprites all fly over to you at the same time after talking amongst themselves and say, "You look very familiar. Do I know
Huh?
you?" And the other one says, "Do we know you?
No.
You just have a sense about you that you seem very familiar." Then they all kind of shrug their shoulders and go back to chitter chattering and having little tiny bowls that one of them pulled out of a little bag on her hip.
Phelan kind of like
Of,
makes
this
that little
stew.
face of like, "Huh, what just happened?"
So is
It's
anybody?
Phelan they're recognizing?
Yes.
Yes. All
Okay.
three flew over to Phelan after having a little talk amongst themselves and said that she seemed very familiar.
Not drama. Okay, that's interesting.
Yep. Not Drema, not Kalina, and not Naya.
And it's like Phelan's just kind of like, you know, that kind of face where you have your eyes closed and you're squinted, kind of like, what? That's what she's doing right now. She's just like, what just happened?
So yeah, so that happened. Anybody else like to do anything while you're eating? Talk about anything?
In Phelan's book, this is the weirdest morning ever. And this is the first morning she's had in how many fucking years?
Oh yeah, that's also true. You know, this is your all's first waking up in normally in 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm. Princess is just sitting there, like, wings extended, kind of like inspecting them, and like, man, feathers are weird and itchy.
So Alfred is listening to you discuss this message and everything, and he actually mentions, the break in the spine is just a little southeast. You can actually follow the road if it's still there. I haven't been that way in a while. The last place I came from was Marsend before I came back after everybody was trying to flee and everything else. But if you plan on going towards the spine or actually anywhere else outside of here, I don't know what's going on out there, but be very careful. There seems to be some new beasts roaming the land, or at least
Yeah.
around here. So
Yeah,
I
we
don't know.
definitely ran
Big
into the
chickens.
lizard bird thingies yesterday, which we talked
Lizard
about.
chickens, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It is a long trek though for such young. Well, I know. I guess you're not as young as you were when we originally looked for you, but I still can't help it. Are you going to be okay?
We're big girls now. Well, he's a boy,
Look,
but the rest of us are big girls.
that could be an honorary girl.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay.
Well, he looks at y'all for a minute and thinks, and he goes over and he places his hand on his armor that he's got sitting there, and it kind of wraps around him, and he dons it, and he suddenly grows two arms and a leg, two legs and an arm, and stands up and stretches and everything
Say,
else.
that's so cool!
The helmet has been retracted and isn't visible. And he goes over to the side where he keeps his stuff, and he pulls out what appears to be a backpack. It has several pouches on it and everything. And he says, if y'all are going to travel, at least take this with you. It's got some food in it that I've kept. I'll be fine without it. I can always go hunting for more, but I feel like you'll need it much more than I will.
Ooh.
Are you sure?
I'm positive we looked for y'all so long ago, and then suddenly you're here, and literally the day of, you suddenly have people coming to you saying they need you. I mean, there's stuff going on beyond what I can imagine, so I can only think to help. I mean, it
Well,
wouldn't get
that's
much more use here.
appreciated.
It's very much appreciated. And Naya will take the backpack unless anybody else wants to carry it.
Go for it.
I mean, you are the strongest.
I
so.
am the strongest.
So you take this backpack. It feels pretty light for what he says was in it. You do notice that it has a large central pouch, two side pouches. Seems like it can hold a lot. I mean, you can open it and look inside, but you don't really see anything. You just see like
Bag of
what looks
holding,
like
bag
a
of
black
holding.
void, a black void.
I'm going to
Or it
once
might-
we're a little bit away, we can do science with this, but yeah, I have an idea.
It might not. It might not be a bag of holding. It might be the other one.
The handy
sack.
haversack.
The handy
Yeah,
haversack.
handy haversack.
More likely.
Yep,
Mhm.
you are correct. That's what it is.
I was gonna say, once we're a distance away and we're fine with sciencing, not under his scrutiny, we could take something large like the scroll case and try to put it in there because it's clearly too large to fit in a normal backpack.
But it weighs about 5 pounds, so it's pretty light even as far as the backpack goes. But especially considering he says it's got several days worth of rations in it and everything else, it's still pretty light.
I
Mhm.
mean, anytime you look down into a bag and you see a void, you're like, huh.
That's weird. to
Yeah.
shove my arm in there, feeling nothing. Yep. Okay.
And
Yeah.
then he stretches and he reaches over and grabs his hammer and says, "Well, if it's okay with y'all, I need to go out and get some hunting. So if you're here when I get back, we can have some more stew. But if you feel like you need to go, then I guess I will wish you well." And he kind of salutes with his armored hand, his missing arm, up to his chest. He like beats his chest, but he doesn't actually hit it. That's just kind of the salute he gives.
We'll head back this way when we can. Take care.
Come back
I have a
anytime.
question.
Ask away.
Thank you.
Alfred, if you happen to cross Nana, can you please let her know I'm okay?
I surely can.
Thank
I've
you.
not seen anybody else out here for a long time. Like I said, just so many coincidences seem to be happening, and I can only guess that it's got something to do, and the gods are trying to maybe push me forward. I guess I'm not sure, but thank you all for visiting. I suppose my little home, and he gets a little tear on his eye, but he turns around and heads off, walking rather slowly towards the woods.
You take care of yourself too, please.
He doesn't turn around, but you see his shoulders give a little lift and lower, and he raises his other hand and he waves backwards to you.
Hmm.
I feel like yelling, "Thank you, Uncle Alfred."
Phelan does that kind of awkward like bye wave that probably
the-
reminds him of
Well,
a
he called
fucking
himself
father.
Uncle Alfred to us, didn't he?
He said uncle or grandfather Alfred. I can't remember.
I think it was Uncle, but yeah.
I
I'll
don't
yell,
think it
Thank
matters.
you, Uncle Alfred.
I will say, Naya,
Mhm.
just in the distance, after everything quiets down a little bit, you can hear a quiet sob coming from his direction as he's walking off.
Aww.
That
I was
must
gonna
have
look
been a
at the group.
shock.
He's crying.
Aw.
Is he
Maybe
crying
it's
because
out
we're
of
leaving?
relief.
I don't know.
Or because he's relieved, yeah.
I'm hoping
And-
it's just relief.
Do
Or
you point it
worry.
out, Naya?
I did. I pretty much said quietly to the group as soon as I heard it. He's crying.
Can I do insight to see if I can tell what kind of cry that is?
You can give me a roll
Okay.
based on description of what she said.
Can I
don't know
also
anything.
incite that cry that I heard?
I'm sorry, Midnight. You don't have a clue. As far as you know, he is
I
jumping
don't even
for joy.
hear it.
I might hear.
If I can't do insight, ignore my roll. But
No,
I
you
figured
can
since
just-
I heard it.
Yeah, you heard it.
You're most likely also inside it.
Without being able to see the full body language or anything, it's hard to tell exactly why he might be. There's several possibilities which you already kind of did, but you're pretty sure he's not sad.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like a boo hoo hoo. More like he's trying to keep himself from crying, so he's fighting back the tears as if he's trying to act strong. Does that make sense?
So probably a
think
little
I-
bit of worry, but probably relief.
I think I know why he's crying.
Hmm.
He really likes that crystal I grew. He's just
Mm.
Yeah, we'll go
overjoyed
with
at
that.
it.
Naya's
go with
gonna look
that.
around.
Okay,
So
so
the ground right here. Is it dirt? Is it flooring? Like.
there is
Crystal.
flooring here. Most of it looks intact, but there
I'd-
are bits and
I'd
pieces.
like to find dirt.
Well, that's what I was about to say. There are bits and pieces that are missing and look like there were crystal shards around it that have been cleared. Most likely something that he would have broken, just like some of the rafters and stuff. You can tell has been cleared off of broken crystal and stuff. You can find dirt inside the building.
Okay. So
Is
I would
Drummer
find
with
us.
us?
She
So
is.
I would. I would
Okay.
find a spot of dirt
And throw it at
and
midnight.
like a stick or something, and I would say we should leave him a note for when he comes back. Just to do like a nice little like note to remind him that he's not alone in the world because he's been here alone for so long.
Yeah.
Just write him like a nice little note and sign it with a heart and our names.
Wait, did he leave or did we leave?
He left.
He left to
Oh,
go
he left.
hunting, and then now
Yep.
we're leaving.
Oh.
Before we leave, can I step away and try and call Nana with the sending stone
You can.
while they're writing the note?
Yep.
If we're
So
able
I-
to write the note quick enough,
You all have as much time as you need right now. He has entered the forest and is now
Yeah,
outside.
he's going hunting. He'll be a bit.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just you all now in this.
right. I
broken
was saying
down-
if he hadn't got far enough by the time we wrote the note, Princess could fly it over and drop it over top of him.
Well, no, I wanted to leave a message behind for when he returns to his camp.
Okay.
And she's wanting to leave it like you would
Alright.
put
Kind of like in
flour on a desk and then write in it with
Gotcha.
your finger.
Okay.
Right, and since it's in the dirt, unless he brushes it away, it'll still be there, and he can keep looking at it. It's just
Fair.
there,
Okay.
just like a mark that we were here, rather than just like a scrap of paper.
Okay, to Banana concerning Kalina. You can touch the stone, and you get a sense that the stone is not being held by anybody at the moment. So
It has to be held.
Mm-hmm. It.
I mean,
it
there's
does
not
a,
going to be any response if no one's
It
there.
does
to-
a pulse
hear it.
when it's
It-
used.
it's like a
so
cell
if they're
phone.
not by it, yeah.
Yeah, so if they
Oh,
don't have it on them,
so-
then
While
Yeah.
we're walking, can I just walk with it in my hands to see if I sense it ever being held?
yeah, well, I mean, you get the sense that it's not.
you
I
basically
don't
got a
know how to
busy
say it.
signal.
Yeah, well, not a busy signal.
Not a busy signal.
you
You
but-
got an
the-
inactive signal.
Yeah, not answered tone. You made a phone call and nobody answered.
Yeah.
But the way the stones work is you kind of innately know whenever you go to use a stone, if somebody's on the other end to answer it that can answer it.
Well, you have to
that
use
way.
it in order to know that.
So it doesn't
So-
actually waste the use of the stone.
So,
Oh,
like I
okay.
said,
You'll still
then
be able to
can
try later
I-
today.
Can I, while we're walking, can I keep it in my hands and?
You can.
Okay. So then,
That you can.
yeah.
My guess is over the years she probably put it away somewhere.
Probably sitting in a drawer somewhere.
Yep.
I'm gonna still try.
Yep. It's worth trying, but
So after talking about the note and everything, y'all happen to look around, and the three sprites have become quite intent on Dreama's face.
Okay.
And Good Boy is sitting there, just kind of sitting there panting, looking up at them. Dreama's tilting her head, and they tilt their head at the same time that she does. And then Salin turns around and looks at your party in general and says, "Why doesn't she speak?"
Oh,
She-
her throat is hurt.
She hasn't spoken since we spoke.
She got something lodged in her throat. I don't know why, but people can't seem to see it, but it's there.
We
And
can.
all three of them fly down. She looks a little shocked at the moment, a little bit embarrassed that she suddenly has all eyes on her at the moment, much more clearly than they were a moment ago. But she doesn't make any move to hide her
my eyes are not on her.
chest. Your eyes are
She-
not
he-
on.
Yep. I'm doing something else.
Okay,
Oh,
Of
boy.
course.
Yeah,
Of course.
but
Phelan's trying to figure out the most logical way to get the party to go closer to Norvale instead of the other way.
Well, we're gonna pass through the giant spine on the way to Novale. It's along the
Yep.
way.
that's
The
what the
southern
party's
path.
plan is to do, is to go that way. So you're
Yep.
in
Oh,
luck.
the current plan is to go to Novale?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're just heading
I
through that
wanted-
break in the giant spine on the way. It's the southern road.
I wanted to go to Mars End, but no. I wanted to go
Well-
see Nana, but no.
You can still
As
go
I
there.
said, we had two people that wanted to go separate directions. I didn't know which way we were going.
Well, the sprites want us to go here.
Mhm.
Okay, so we are taking. Hang on, just so I make sure. I
A
got this.
magical unicorn
off
has
the
requested our presence.
Right?
So we're going this way, right?
Yes.
We're taking
Yes.
this
Yeah.
path.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we,
Maybe
well,
I should ask
great.
the sprites if they have a way to get Nana a message.
what we should do is go to Stormvale because it is the furthest
The
away.
complete opposite.
Yes.
I
And
don't
then-
think
and
the
then
magical unicorn will be happy.
Well, we'll just spend a couple of weeks screwing around there. I mean,
And then
what's
above
gonna
board, we
happen?
find that
It's
Thunderstruck
okay, your
Tower
DM will
exists in both
forgive you.
universe.
Yep.
Your DM will forgive you. Won't say I won't punish you, but I'll forgive you. Nah, you're fine.
We're gonna swim all the way there as well.
Oh Lord.
Go by Crab Pass. Get your
Mhm.
crab.
Exactly. Pet crab.
Fill our new haversack with fresh seafood.
So
But it won't
Are-
stay fresh, right?
It's like
While-
we open up the thing. And
I
it's
have
just like it's
purified food and drink.
full of crabs.
while everyone's eyes are on Drema,
hmm
can I kind of sneak around and look for an arm?
Oh my Lord.
An arm.
Yeah, one of his arms.
Okay. Yeah, you can
Mechanical.
look
She's
around.
looking for the
Okay, Faye
the
Lynn's
armor
not
piece.
looking at Drumma,
Yeah.
but can I roll because she's in thought about something else to see if she notices
9.
Midnight looking around for an arm?
Feel free.
I
What
am
do I roll?
stealthily doing it too, so I'll roll a stealth check.
Yep. Give me stealth check.
I roll
So-
stealth check?
No.
No, you
You
roll
roll
perception.
perception.
Midnight. You roll
I roll
perception.
perception.
Yep. So 9 investigation
Wow.
and 12
Oof.
stealth.
What
You
is
don't-
the
She's too busy in her thoughts about seeing her father again.
You
Mhm.
don't find a random metal arm laying around anywhere. Or a random fleshy arm either.
Okay.
what is the
Anything
spell that
mechanical?
allows to send
like
a
that?
message
Sending.
over distance? Sending?
Do I find
Is it sending?
What
The
is it
spell
message?
sending, yes.
Yes, sending.
Message is 120 feet.
So it's sending.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to see when I can get sending.
Third level spell, I think.
Do I find anything like even remotely similar
Third
to
level.
it, Firedale?
No.
Okay.
You see some little bits and pieces of metal that appear to be scraps of work off. Some bits of tools that have broken, and some like in the middle of repair, like a hammer and a saw, but nothing major that really catches your eyes being super special or super specific.
Okay.
Do I not get sending?
You might not.
It's
Do
a bard
druids not
cleric.
get sending?
Nope. Nope, they don't.
Bard cleric sorcerer.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
So they look down at her neck. They comment that they don't see anything there, and then they kind of agree on everything. And
I sneak
beyond that,
back.
there's not much else to say. So
I sneak back to the group and pretend I've been staring at Drema's face the entire time. Just start nodding.
I've just been staring at the fairies. I'm so entranced by them. They're so pretty.
Shall we
they
go?
are hovering.
Yeah, I think we should head out.
As fun as staring at Gemma's faces.
And the three sisters look at each other and they kind of nod and say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. We should go too. We did our job. We did our job." And then they nudge the other one, and the other one says, "Okay, we did our job.
Even
Are
they're
you
tired of
coming
it.
with us?
Do you want us to?"
Uh,
I like having you
Probably
around.
that you could help us find the unicorn.
Anrion,
Yeah, are you heading back towards Banrion or going somewhere else?
No, we were going to head back. That's where we're supposed to be in order to get home. That's
Okay.
part of why we came to get you.
Yep, we're heading that way too. But are you planning to go separately than us? I'd imagine you can possibly travel faster.
We can definitely travel faster, but
Okay. If you wanted to stay along with us, you're welcome to. That's where we're going.
since you offer so kindly,
Having you here. You're
Phelan
pretty.
kind of has a Phelan kind of has a meat face, knowing that they knowing what they said the other day, and then she just shakes her head and she's just like, yeah, you can come along.
okay. So is everybody going to head out then?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Get on a ride? Are you going to wear the haversack, or are you going to check it out here, or what?
What?
Because you said when you kind of had a moment alone, but you've kind of just
Yeah.
ensured that you don't have a moment alone. So,
Well, I meant when we weren't in Alfred.
oh, okay,
That was really what I meant.
gotcha.
Was I didn't want to test it in front of Alfred.
Uh huh. Like you don't bite a gold coin when someone gives it to you as payment in
Right.
front of them.
You wait until they've turned away.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Yeah.
So as
Alfred is
soon
long gone.
as Alfred's wandered off, I've tried to put the scroll case
It
into
fits
the.
easily.
Yep, definitely a magic bag.
We have a magic bag?
We have a magic bag.
Yeah. So
Yay!
if you would like to add a Heward's handy haversack to your item
Okay.
list, there you can.
Yep. I just added just handy haversack rather than
Yeah,
Hewitt's. They're the
that's fine.
same thing.
Yeah.
So done. And then you said there are rations in it, so I'll just
That's what he stated was
deal
in
with
it.
that
Yeah.
later.
Without knowing specifically what's in it, you have to guesstimate.
You'd have to
The only way to
guesstimate
check that
or
would be to
or
upturn it
depending
and
on
pour it
how
out.
you just pour it out. We can
Yeah.
pour it
Well,
out
we
later.
can always do the pour out thing when we stop for the night.
Yep, that's my thought.
Okay.
In the
So-
meantime, if as we're traveling, people want to randomly pull things out of the haversack, that's not necessarily a negative.
Dun, dun,
If
dun.
someone's really bored. But yeah.
So the three fairies will happily catch a ride sitting on top of this backpack now that you've got on your back as y'all start to head out of town.
I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting them to rest in the flowers in Kalina's hair.
I would have been happy.
Oh yeah, don't forget you now have a very, very teeny tiny mini
Chrysanthemum.
version of the flower.
Yeah.
No, it's a hydrangea.
Yeah, it's a
Hydrangea. Okay.
hydrangea.
There you go.
I had to look it up.
All right.
We had a discussion about it.
Okay.
It's a
On the
blue
road
hydrangea.
again.
So y'all are traveling again, since it's been overnight and everything. Now it's with the fresh sun rising and the start of the day. It kind of sheds a different light on the area. The crystals are still quite blue, icy looking. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Colfax, if we come across stuff to kill, should try to kill so we could have extra food.
Okay.
Attempt to survival.
We could also
Skin it.
forage as we go for berries and the like.
So, but you start heading out across again. There's smaller crystals that break at the slightest touch. Like just walking on them, your boots or shoes or what have you. Crush them easily underfoot. Again, there's some bits of sparse dirt here and there, but you can definitely find a path leading generally in the direction that you're wanting to go without too much trouble. Nothing seems to jump out at you or anything like that on the way. And you manage to make it up across the hill just beside where you came out of the forest. And as you crest the hill there, you can see that the crystals start to diminish. And as you keep walking further, as you're heading out, about the only thing you can see beyond the hill now is this one tall, humongous crystal that has shot into the air for some reason right in the middle of town. But you do manage to find where the crystals seem to finally stop being, and regular grass seems to start growing again.
Can I try something really quick with the backpack?
You can.
I want to try to pull a vial out.
Okay. You reach in and think of a vial, and you pull a vial out.
I'm going to scoop
in
up
it?
some of the crystal dust into the vial
Okay.
and then put the vial back away.
Okay. You do so. So you collect a bit of the crystal dust and put it in the vial while you still are in range of the crystal.
Yep.
That's perfectly fine. So everything happens. You're traveling, and let's say about 12 hours ish later, as things are behind you and the city is quite a bit in the distance, you come up on what appears to be an old camp thing alongside of a road, and the road that you're on is a little bit worn. It seems like it's not been used in a while.
Can
I
you
guess
give
I
us
should
a
mention that
ping as
first.
to where we are?
You all are about right there.
Okay. About at the E almost.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Oh yeah, yeah. Now I can do
Focus.
that. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing.
Oh, you moving us?
There.
Moving us? Yeah.
Oh, you are here. Okay.
Yep.
Did you not know that that's what that said?
No, I knew that you were here, but
Yeah, you are here.
so we're not near the E yet. Okay. Well, no, it
Well,
moved. Never mind.
He moved the E.
Yeah, right.
We were
My
near
brain's
the
not
E
here.
before it moved.
Yeah,
Yep.
the words are part of it.
Yeah.
But that way, y'all always know where you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense? So you come
Yes.
upon an old campsite. It has stakes for tents, but no tents.
Mhm.
There is a stone fire area that's set into the ground. So there's a fire pit. There's no lumber or wood in it. There are trees around. But one thing that kind of catches your eye off to the side, where one of these tents would have been, is a burlap sack.
Huh.
And that's all you notice, all you see as you're traveling by.
I would like
Well,
to
that's it.
investigate the burlap sack.
Okay. So you walk over towards the camp, and nothing jumps out at you, nothing jumps out to eat you. The burlap sack is just kind of laying there.
It's
It
not
does appear
moving.
to have something in it, but without actually picking it up and looking, you're not sure what.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
have
look at the group.
I'm gonna have
and-
Princess fly up
Yeah.
and just kind of keep an eye out around us.
Okay,
Okay.
can you please
general,
give me
while
a
we're
perception
traveling.
check for Princess?
Yep.
Do you have unseen servant? I forget.
I do not know.
We have a scroll of unseen servant. I don't think we should use it right now.
Perception. Which is
And we could just as easily grab a stick and poke at it with the stick,
True.
wisdom.
which was the plan.
Or throw a rock at it.
Thank you.
I mean, if it's the sack and we need to nudge it open, just put a stick
As
in
you're
the
getting
opening.
closer, the sack wiggles.
Oh,
It did move.
It moved. What are we
Princess
gonna
doesn't
do?
really notice anything
can-
untoward other
Can
than the
Phelan
sack
just
moving.
walk up to the sack and pick it up?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
She's just gonna pick it up and look inside it.
Okay, you walk up to the sack. You pick it up. The moment you pick it up, a rabbit runs out from under the sack and into the bushes nearby.
Kophax, get that rabbit.
Would you like to attempt to take out the rabbit, Colfax?
It's Bun Bun.
You want to hunt, Nihon? Or did he step away?
I think he stepped away.
Okay. And just
Fine.
remember that there was a bun.
There was a rabbit. Yep. There was wildlife.
You pick up the sack, you look inside, and as you open it up, you look straight down at the ground. There's a hole in the bottom of the sack.
Aw.
It is completely ripped open.
Oh.
It's a very old sack.
With
Beyond
Nihon's
that,
love of buns, I do not think he would kill the bun.
beyond that,
we
you
didn't
don't
say we
notice
needed to
anything
kill
else.
the bun. Catch doesn't mean kill.
You said hunt.
Well, he said hunt. I said get that rabbit.
I would like Phelan and Naya, please, to give me a perception check if you would.
Okay.
Hang on. Are you guys ready for this?
You two were the
That's
closest.
illegal.
Oh, can't do that.
Hi, Nihon.
Welcome
my
back.
rolls.
Do you want to go after the
my
bun?
rolls, they cry.
Where?
So they came up on a
It
camp.
ran.
Y'all came up on a camp. They went to look at a burlap sack that was laying over in one of the camp areas. It moved. Phelan walked up to it and picked up the sack to look inside, but out from beneath the sack, a small rabbit darted out and ran towards a bush.
Yes, chase.
I am shocked by you with your praise bun attitude.
Well,
Look.
that's different. That's a domestic bun. This is a
Yeah.
wild bun. Wild buns are food.
Yeah, that's Nihon. This is Kophax.
Yeah, it's very different people.
I am still shocked.
So yeah, so you
I am also bun.
you saw the bun dash into a bush nearby. Naya, as you noticed this, its eyes seemed a lot more mirror-like than red or like a normal,
Interesting.
here in the middle.
Something
the
weird
dash.
about that rabbit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the eyes were
Eyes were
very
weird.
mirrored looking.
Mm-hmm.
What could be
Interesting.
possibly weird about a rabbit?
So if you would like to
Could it
attempt
be a
to,
druid?
Might be a wild shaped rabbit. Might be a fake rabbit. Could be many things.
Could be a monster rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
so Colfax, if you would give me a survival check.
Sure. Let me pull that up here. Sorry
I mean,
about that.
I mean,
Literally,
it's made up in a bag, so
literally me running to the bathroom real quick. Bit me in the butt again.
You're fine.
As it always does. I'm like, all right, nothing's going on. I could take a real quick bathroom break.
And then
Nope,
something
nope.
All of a
important.
sudden,
Yep.
bun.
Nope.
Yep,
Yep.
all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, bun.
Very nice.
Okay. You managed to be able to track the rabbit pretty easily. It's probably gone maybe from one bush to another while it was just out of sight. You actually have it in your sights. Do you want to do anything about it?
Can I sneak up to it real quick?
You can. It seems to be nibbling at a blade of grass at the moment. Give me a stealth check, please.
Be stealthy. Stealthy?
Very good.
We'll say you managed to sneak up on it just fine. You start to sneak up, you get closer and closer. It's within reach. What do you want to do?
Kind of crouch down real low. Have my head like along the ground, just kind of looking at it.
Yeah,
And
tell
then-
us what you do. It is completely unaware of you.
I sniff it.
You sniff it.
Yes. See,
Does it smell like bun?
yes, does it smell like a rabbit?
As far as you can tell, it does. Smells like fur and dirt and grass.
Now, how many rabbits have you sniffed to be aware of the smell of a rabbit? Is my question.
Fair share.
Okay, Colfax now has a title.
Bun
The
sniffer.
sniffer of rabbits.
Sniffer of
Colfax,
buns.
the sniffer of buns.
hear ye,
So-
hear ye, all ye bow to the sniffer of buns. Ye.
All right. Can I roll an investigation check on the rabbit?
You can. Yeah, it is still unaware of you.
It's do I notice anything about it that might be odd?
Its hairs on it seem a little bit sturdier and pokier than what you would normally think, as if they've been hardened in some way, or if they're hardened in some way. Does that
Alright,
make sense?
so-
More
yeah,
like spines
so-
than hairs, but
Okay.
very vaguely.
Yes.
So not a normal rabbit.
So I'm like,
Upgrade
I
that.
sniff it, and then my jaws start to open a little bit as I'm looking at it, and I notice that, and I just kind of really slowly close as I realize something is strange about
Both
this.
its ears on
creature.
its head kind of flip around and turn towards you. And it lifts its head up and turns towards you at the same time.
I just kind of stare at it. I'm just kind of like, hello.
You see a face of a rabbit that's completely terrified. However, its eyes are completely mirror-like, as in you can see your reflection in them perfectly.
So
Kophax, if you would please, can you please give me a wisdom save?
yes.
Kalina.
Dudes, I think I needed to make that wisdom save IRL because I was looking at my reflection in my fucking phone
You
and
just
my
lost
eyes
yourself.
went no, my eyes did the cross-eyed thing and everything went shaky. I was like, oh.
Hey, Kalina.
All right.
All right.
What?
yeah.
This may be a new beast.
Well, she's not there
True.
right now. She's not by the rabbit.
Okay,
She saw it dart out,
Kophax,
though.
you feel that this bun is the best thing since sliced bread. You
Okay.
are very enamored by it.
Wait, but she saw the bum.
you
when
no
it jumped
longer
out,
wanna
so does
eat
that
it.
count?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he was about to not eat it anyways, so
He'd already decided it was not wise to
Yeah.
eat the thing that has
No.
sharp fur.
no. Hello. So he kind of sits back a little bit, like kind of scoots back on his butt a little bit. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hello,
Yeah.
friend."
Yeah, he is definitely your friend. This bun, you feel very friendly towards this bun. Bun sniffs and lifts its head up and looks at you, then turns around and darts off.
Hello, friend.
So would that have been enough time for me to see it?
Yeah, you definitely saw the bun.
Okay, so I could change
Ooh.
into it if I decide to later.
If it is classified as a beast,
If it's classified as a beast, it is
If
something
it
you can
is,
change
if
into.
it is not, then you will not.
I will
and
tell you that
you will
this is
know.
not something you can change into.
Okay.
okay, interesting.
I would, however, like, now that this has happened, Kophax, you're pretty much effectively, mechanically wise, you've been charmed by the bunny.
hmm
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. So it
Yup.
dashes off, and a moment later, you feel that charm break after the bun is out of sight.
Oh,
But he knows he's been charmed, correct?
Yes, that's how charm effects typically work.
that was
Now, that was definitely
unexpected.
a weird, sudden friendship that he felt.
Interesting.
So y'all
Hmm.
just hear Colfax say, "That was interesting."
Colfax, can we get
What?
going now?
Yes.
Did you find the
Yes,
bunny?
I'll take that as a no.
Yes, but the bunny did a thing and he charmed me and he made me feel like I was really friendly and I ran away and I was trying to do the thing where I
Well,
was gonna
he's
eat him and then I was
blabbering.
stuck
Can
at eat him
Phelan
and
just put her hands on his mouth like we get it?
okay.
I think I heard the words bunny charmed him.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you talking about a magical charm? One word. Yes or no?
I think that was a yes.
I think he said chess. Don't even know what that is, but I think that's what he said.
Okay, so,
You made me have to mute because you made me
okay.
cough.
Okay. Colfax, I will uncover your mouth if you just say yes or no, okay?
He nods.
And then she's gonna slowly take her hands away.
Yes or no?
Can she smack him with her staff?
Well
I
played.
want to roll a fucking attack to smack him with the yikla.
Naya's just sitting back looking so proud.
I want to smack him with the yikla. Can I roll an attack to smack him with the yikla?
The three fairies have busted out laughing at that moment there of the yes or no. By the way, the three sprites quite
Naya
enjoyed
is just
that.
giving Kophax a thumbs up.
I rolled an attack.
You gonna try and
Got hit.
smack him over the head?
Yes.
She smacks you over the head. She attempts to. Does it hit?
Yeah, barely.
Naya is going to attempt to block.
But those who can check my stream. I did a thing to my layout.
Are you
So
So
talking about
you
the
still gonna
flowers?
smack him though?
Let's
Naya
do
reaches
this.
out to stop you.
Yep. What do I need to do to reach out to stop? Like, I will either get in the way or I will try to reach for arm. One of the two. Whatever is appropriate.
Was this a hard smack or a friendly bop?
It was a smack. She was going for blood.
Yeah, Naya would have stepped in.
Okay.
She's like that. She's like that angry. She's like her father when she gets irritated. She goes for the hard smackaroo.
Yeah, Naya would have blocked with her shield.
You do 29 points of damage and kill him in one blow.
I doubt.
Since it was what it was and everybody was watching, then we can actually say that yes, Naya pops in with her shield and manages to block the blows it's about to hit. It felt like she had a little bit of force behind that blow there.
Oof.
Fire
Not enough
Dale.
to kill. Yes.
My hairpin.
Uh-huh.
It says I can look at the stars. Am I able to do that during the day?
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right,
sun
whenever
is
you
a
look
star.
up through it, you see the stars.
Okay, so
anyways.
I'm basically just looking into it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take my hairpin out of my hair and start staring into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
If you
choose.
see stars.
I'm gonna choose intelligence for that one.
Okay.
I'm amused by my own self right now.
Alright. So with the
I did go to your stream and see it. So cute.
with
Okay,
the
So Bob
conflict having
deflected.
hopefully resolved, yeah. Naya's going to offer a hand to Kophax and start moving on. Okay, let's go.
He said yes or no, because that's what
Yeah.
she said to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You took it quite literally.
Yeah.
Naya was very
very much.
proud.
Nihon, check the D&D chat.
Okay.
Look what I did.
So the rest of the day passes without incident. About 4 hours later, it's starting to get dark.
I'm
You've
amused
moved
by myself.
along. The road is as it is. You know, the rest of the day passes without incident. So it's time to set up camp. Any order specific things? Any questions, concerns?
Going to look around at
Okay.
the place where we're setting up camp. I just want to
Investigate.
kind of scope out signs of life kind of thing, make sure we're not camping in a spider den a la last campaign.
The trees
Yep.
are getting a little bit thicker as you start moving more inland. You know, the ground is definitely dirt. There's no sand or anything around here.
No.
Grass. You're still
There
on
The
are
the
no
tracks.
grass.
spiders. There are no spooters in this campaign. Only web shooting bunnies.
Are there any
No
traps?
reaction to
me-
my sending stone at all either. So I've been holding it this entire time.
No, you haven't noticed an incoming call on your cell phone.
I'm sad.
Okay.
Please give me either a survival or an investigation check. Your choice.
Survival is better odds. 23.
You do notice some tracks around here, but it seems like it's mainly foxes and smaller creatures. Nothing big that you can tell. Definitely no lizards that like to stand up and
But
gnaw
still
on your head.
potentially bunnies with mirrored eyes. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely notice. And the odd thing is that is what you notice. There are no large tracks in the area that you've
Only small
searched
ones.
for.
Interesting.
Just small.
Mm,
Large
all
things
small
like there's
game.
no boar tracks
Yeah.
or anything like that. And boars are definitely something that you remember being around this area.
Hmm.
So that does maybe strike you as a little odd. But beyond that, you don't notice anything too out of the ordinary.
Okay. I'm gonna find a.
Can I have Princess keep an eye out for any more bunnies?
You certainly can.
I'm gonna find a spot and just probably gonna take out the blanket and my adventuring gear and then slowly open the haversack over the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
So upturning the haversack, but gently.
Dumping it onto a blanket so nothing gets dirty.
Correct.
Okay. So you upturn the haversack. This is what falls out. 30 rations of food that appear to be some type of dried meat. So 30 daily rations.
Mm-hmm.
9 empty vials, and a vial of blue crystal dust.
Okay, so 9 empty vials.
4 vials, 4 flasks filled with a red-looking liquid.
Probably health potion.
Okay.
And a hammer.
But
A
no
smithing
tent.
hammer.
Okay.
Because it always pays to have an extra.
And now that extra's with us. Yep.
Believe me, he forgot about it.
Okay.
What was?
How many
What did you
vials of
forget
the
about?
liquid were there?
4.
5? 4?
4.
What did he
4
forget about?
flasks of red liquid.
missed
The
it.
hammer.
The extra hammer.
Oh, okay.
So we have a
It's
a
his backup
smithing
hammer.
Thank goodness he has a backup hammer.
All right. So would
Now,
this
does he have
just
a
be a
backup for the
basic
backup for the
hammer
backup?
from the adventuring gear,
As far as you can tell,
or is it a
without spending,
sledgehammer? Okay.
it's a
Smithing hammer?
yeah,
It's
a
not
pipe
an
hammer.
option
So it
when I
would be
look it
from
up,
the
so-
adventuring gear, but
Just the basic hammer.
yeah.
Do any of us know what the red liquid is?
Someone can identify it. Give it enough time. If you want to have just a slight taste of it, as in, spend an hour with it or so, I will let you identify it that way. But you also chance it being something bad. So
I want to take a sip of it.
I was gonna say Midnight will 100% just dip her finger in and take a little lick.
I mean, vials are not a whole lot of liquid to begin with, so that may use it up.
He
right,
did
that's
say
why I said
flask.
just a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes kind of sweet, and you feel your aches and pains go away a little bit from the long travel.
Okay, so healing
Okay.
potion.
I was about to say which one.
Very, very likely a healing potion. Well, and I mean, Naya
basic
has a
as well.
healing potion in a leather flask. So I mean, if it looked and smelled the same,
It does look and smell vaguely the same.
okay.
So are these just the basic then?
Yeah. Basic healing potion.
I would assume so.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Okay.
pour this out, and that's what falls out.
All right, so I'm going to start
Oh,
putting it back in the bag, but now we know what's in it.
And a scroll case.
Oh, yeah, the scroll case I put in earlier. Yep.
Yeah, I almost forgot that. It's good that fell out too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go into some other weird dimension and we just lost it completely.
Yeah. So there you go. That's everything that falls out of all 3 pouches.
Okay,
The,
so I will put
potions
that
and
back
vials.
in.
Servant.
The
Yep.
potions fell out of one of the side pouches.
Yep.
The vials and the rations all came out of the middle.
Kalina, you were right. I do have an unseen servant scroll.
Yeah. I had mentioned that we had a scroll for that earlier, but we wouldn't want to waste it right away,
Right.
probably.
Why do I feel like we did something with Unseen Servant in the...
We did it in the
Cave.
previous campaign when
Yeah.
Callan had one that he could easily use.
A
No,
lot.
spell.
I thought we did it in the caves. For some reason, my brain is... Yeah, maybe not. I'm
Nope, not in the
losing my
caves.
marbles.
Nope,
Okay.
It might have been when we were doing the mock battle.
probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, because of the locks on the walls and people were afraid to touch
Yeah, I
them
think
and
we did
everything.
that in the mock battle. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, the pre-stream, the session 0.
So you managed to set up camp.
Yep.
Do you get a fire going? Do you set up some tents or whatever you have happen
I
to
don't
have on
believe
you?
we have any tents, but we do have bedrolls, so I would set up blankets or bedrolls, whatever we have.
It is chilly, but not icy. It's, now that you're out and away from the crystal area and can really kind of get a feeling for your surroundings, the leaves seem to be starting to change, but most of them are still green.
So it looks like it's fall.
Yeah, or
Early
just
fall.
about to get there. Yeah.
And I believe at least one of us had a lantern, so if we wanted just an enclosed light, we could do that, or we could just do a campfire and deal
2
with
of
whatever
us
shows
do.
up in the middle of the night.
Midnight has one, and I have one that I stole.
Mhm.
Or looted, not stole.
Yep.
I'm not a thief.
I'm not a thief. I'm just a grave robber.
Hey, they were all dead.
That's the grave robber. So y'all get camp set up.
Yep.
What's the order for watch here?
Princess stays up.
I can take first watch, and Princess will be up all night, as always.
Okay.
So I suppose I'll take second watch again, or I'll take last watch, one of the two.
Totally up to you. You only need 4 hours of rest.
Yeah, if I do last watch, that means I have my rest and on watch after my rest is over. It's not
Okay.
necessarily a bad thing.
So as y'all settle down, can everybody please give me a wisdom saving throw, except for Princess?
Sure.
Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. My rolls are getting better, kinda.
25. Nat 20.
Yeah.
21.
Fuck yeah.
Kalina got a
Kalina
nat
also
20.
got a nat 20 for a 22. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! You might get me happy. I was happy over my 14. And you guys
Yeah,
Yeah,
are
sorry,
just
sorry, Otto,
singing.
you're not dragging us into sleep tonight.
Well,
So Allie,
what?
I,
you want?
I need some information from you.
No,
And
you
feel free
don't.
to tell me what you do. So you're out camping. She closes her eyes to go to sleep. Phelan does.
Yeah.
And while she's asleep, she starts to have a bad dream that turns into a little bit of a nightmare with some random creature chasing her in this dream. Can you describe this creature to me? In other words, I want you to create this creature for me.
Create your
that's chasing-
nightmare.
Shit, can we go to the next person real quick while my brain's still putting
I
me
think
on
you're the
spot?
only one
Create
that
your
failed.
own
You're the only one who
nightmare.
failed.
Are you shitting me?
No. Create your own nightmare.
This
Yeah.
not fair.
with
Web shooting bunnies.
with everything that's gone on so far and all the stuff that's weighing on your mind, but you're heading there, some creature,
got this.
not a
got this.
humanoid.
Is it the bird lizard? Is it something completely different?
No, I got this. Something completely different.
All right.
It's
All righty,
you know the
Kalina.
crystals we've been seeing? You know all those
Mhm.
blue creepy crystal stuff? It's
Yeah.
the it's a crystal amalgamation of her uncle and adopted
Amalgamation.
father kind of merged into one.
It's a crystal golem that looks like your relatives. Oh my.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. I
Dang.
got this.
You got this? So is that what's chasing you and everything else?
Yep, that's what's chasing me.
Okay. So
And it
you
even
have this
has
nightmare.
and on her uncle's side, it even has the fucking wounds that he described happened to him before he passed away in his note to her.
Okay. So Naya, this happens on your watch. You hear Phelan kind of making scared noises, whimpering ever so often. Her breathing starts to get hard and everything like that while she's dreaming. And then after a little bit, Phelan, you wake up from your nightmare. It actually wakes you up just as you were about to be caught by this crystal
wakes up
amalgamation thing.
She wakes up full on screaming, jolts up, hair's all messy. She's breathing hard. Her heart's beating.
This is during my watch.
During Naya's watch.
Yeah, during
Naya's
Naya's
watch, okay.
watch.
So Naya will immediately go over to Phelan. And
Of
kind
course,
of,
the one who was barely talking throughout the majority of this campaign gets the nightmare. I just realized the irony in this.
and she's going to very gently, she's not going to touch Phelan, but she's going to put her hand in Phelan's view.
She like jumps, but then like looks at Naya. It's just like, oh, it was just a dream.
Sounded very scary.
Yeah.
Okay. You wake up, this happens, anything else?
She falls back asleep.
All right. As soon as she falls
She
back
literally
asleep,
has
Naya's
that
going to go
straight
back to
face.
doing her watch.
She
Yep.
has that straight face of it was just a dream. I feel dumb. Okay. And then she grabs her dragon plush and then goes back to bed. Like
Okay.
and she covers her head up and everything. Like she's angry that it woke her up.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm curled up in Nana's blanket, by the way.
Yep, I saw that you said that. Sorry, I'm just doing
Because that
something
means
really
for
quick.
me, I'm at a perfect temperature.
Yep. Everything feels perfect for you.
Yep.
So beyond that, after the nightmare, Naya, nothing else seems to happen. The night passes without incident. Beyond that.
Okay.
So everybody starts to wake up. The fairies, the sprites wake up a little bit slower. Yawning, they seem to be being quite lazy and happy to not have to fly or anything like that. Though they do flutter around and chat and start looking around at the stuff going on and everything else. So y'all wake up. You can get a long rest.
I think
Oh
I
yeah, I
needed one.
actually have to click that, but
Yeah, none of us really needed one, but yep.
Yep.
Just in case. I never know.
Yeah.
Never hurts.
So I want to call it out. So
first thing I'm gonna do is grab onto my sending stone.
you grab onto the sending stone. You're gonna check and see.
Yep.
Doesn't appear to be anyone at home.
I have a question.
Mhm.
You said I have to be holding it. Could I technically be wearing it?
Well, you have to activate it, so that's just
Oh.
concentrating on it. So I guess you can. I mean, you can have it in your pocket, and if somebody calls you on it, you will know they're calling. It's just it has to be on you. It has to be possessed. Does that make sense?
Okay, it has
Yeah, it has
to
to
be
be
basically
worn or carried.
Yeah, but
Okay.
to use it, you do have to concentrate on it.
Okay.
I assume my stargaze has worn off at this point.
It has been approximately 8 hours, so I believe so.
All right, then I will stare into it again.
Okay.
It has to be possessed.
Yeah, it was a long rest, so.
Phelan's still asleep. She's still like Eskimo blanket over her head asleep.
And
Mm.
Kalina, you wake up feeling completely refreshed. You had a perfect night's sleep.
Do we all know about each other's items, or are they just randomly seeing me stare into a hairpin? That
I
they
think
know
we're
nothing
just
about?
randomly seeing you stare
Unless
into a
you
hairpin unless you've
specifically
told
told
us.
anybody anything, and
She probably would not have.
yeah, then no, they just see you hold up your hairpin and kind of look at it for a little
I
bit,
mean,
like you're inspecting it for
yeah.
blemishes.
I think the only
Okay.
item you might have an idea towards is
Your
mine
blanket, yeah.
because you see
It was
me
used.
We saw it in
heal.
use.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
and
you
I didn't
don't-
know what it did beforehand. I asked my necklace for a hint, and it told me
Yeah,
to
and
use the
other
That
blanket.
I'm cold.
People know about the necklace too because she asked the necklace and it spoke.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Although you only know that it healed me. You don't know the other
Right.
Yeah,
reactions of
I
it.
don't know anything else that it does. I just know that my necklace thought it would help you, and it did.
Yep. How it helped me, we don't know.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. So you wake up. Are y'all going to try and fix food or just have rations? What are you going to eat? How are you going to go about your day? Getting
Well,
started here to continue
we
your
didn't-
travel,
Probably
I'm assuming.
rations.
We didn't catch any game or get any forage that I heard of, so I think we're just gonna end up using the rations this morning.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Holding.
Oh, that works.
You could
Oh,
good berry us.
the grab?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So how many does it give me?
10.
I think it gives you 10 berries, but they have to be used within an hour or something.
Okay, I will hold out the berries. Everybody grab one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good berry.
Yep.
Hey, it gives us our food for the day, technically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
24
it's
Save
hours.
full
on the
nutrition.
ration.
Yeah.
It lasts 24 hours. So pretty
Alright.
much you can make them, and then as long as you eat them before pretty much the next time you would need to cast them, you're good. And
So
it sustains
how
you for a
many
full day.
ends up getting used then? So there's 1, 2, 3,
I'll
4,
take
5,
one
6.
and put it in my pocket and then eat my ration.
Well,
In
it's
case
for
I need a little
the
healing later.
duration, so they're not good forever. But
Yeah, they're good for a day.
yeah.
They are very good for dying people.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I'm just holding on to mine in case.
Yeah, they're
So
great to
there's
hold
10.
on to use when you need
Yes,
actual
you start with
healing.
10.
Yeah.
So me, Phelan, Naya, Midnight, Colfax, Drema, Good Boy, and the 3
Severed
fairies. That
Fang,
should be
thank you
10,
for
right?
the 72-month resub.
Okay, so
Leaving
we all
only
get one.
Princess
Yes.
unfed.
I would give Princess some of the rations then in that case.
Does
Does
Princess
Princess
need
need
to
to
eat?
eat?
No, she does not. Or he does not.
I mean, even if something doesn't need to eat, I don't think a bird would reject bacon
Fair.
or a dried turkey, you know?
Ooh,
Thank you, Severed.
Looks interesting. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Severed.
Thank you, Severed.
Delicious.
26 months.
Severed's
So yeah, I'll
hungry.
also give one to each of the fairies.
Okay. They happily accept your handout.
All right.
I'm not going
Shit,
to point
fuck
it
that.
out. Okay.
Ah. I thought
They happily
I got
hold out their
rated and
hand
thought
and
one of
start
you guys
eating.
got rated.
Yeah,
Nope.
sorry. That's how cross chat works.
It was a
Yes.
sub for me.
Somebody got rated.
I got rated,
Ow.
and I
Yeah.
legit was like, I thought
Yeah,
it was
I
one of you
was-
guys, and then I realized I could see the emojis. I was like, wait, shit,
Yeah,
that's
I
me.
got- I got a resub and then you got rated like right after.
Oh
And
my
then I got
God.
resub.
Yeah, I just got
Oh
a
my
follow when
God.
we started. That's all I've gotten. So
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
it's just like everybody just dung at the same time.
It's been very quiet for me, but that's okay.
all right.
I think I need to make Allie an oblivious little thing. Like Pac has.
Huh? Oh.
All right. Anyway.
So
Back to
y'all
you.
pack up camp and
Yep.
start moving on. You're following the road, And as you're following the road starts to look more and more covered up, as if it's become overgrown and even less used than it was near the town there of Kashi.
Hmm.
So you're moving. Let's say you go about 8 hours forward now. It's the middle of the day. The sun's beating down. Again, nice little wind blowing, so it's not sweltering and it's not freezing.
Princess is still flying above us, keeping an eye out for anything out of the ordinary, but especially bunnies.
Okay,
Actually flying or just hovering?
Fly
can
hovering,
Princess
yeah.
please give me a perception check?
Yes. That would be a wisdom. Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. Over a nearby hill, as you're walking down this path, though it's starting to turn less and less into a full path, a full little travel way here, Princess notices, like just over the hill that you're about to cross, a group of blue crystals that are all bunched up like it's one big, what's the word, cluster.
Okay.
Oh.
And go ahead.
Midnight will put her hands out to motion to everyone to stop.
All right, now I will stop.
And then she's gonna motion to say something over here.
This happens. I will go ahead and put you on a map here. Give me just a moment.
Oh boy.
Sorry, it's going to take me a minute here.
I keep grabbing the wrong mouse.
I
Does
don't
it
like
squeak?
that now. I have to on Roll20. I have to click between the select and the pan thing just to move around.
You should be able
right
to.
click and drag.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's always
Thank
been
you for
right
that
click and
follow.
drag.
but there's a little thingy on this. I've been doing it the hard way this
ESP
entire time.
Teisu, thank
Oh,
you
no.
for following me.
Y'all love
Facepalm.
me. Y'all love
Blue
me.
whales.
I'm sorry, I'm adding stuff to a map before I move everybody over.
Not
All good. I do actually have a
it's all good.
question. If you
mean,
want to answer it while you're
Firedale.
doing that, Firedale.
Ask away.
Unprofessional. Okay,
If
I'm
I
done.
tried to pull out the vial of crystal shards in the morning after it has sat in the haversack overnight, is it changed at all?
You pull it out, you look into it. All of the little shards that were previously dust have actually turned into little shards.
Oh.
It
Okay,
grew.
good to know. If they start to look like they're threatening the integrity of the vial, let me know. But otherwise, just assume that I'm checking them every so often.
Okay, will do. I will certainly do that. Sorry.
Wait, what are you doing with it?
I'm checking the vial every so often, and if it looks like the crystals in it have grown enough that they are going to threaten the integrity of the vial, then I will do something.
Gotcha.
And then I grab everybody and pull everybody here.
Oh.
But yeah, they've not had anything acted on them, so that was just ambient magic around it. So yeah, that was the test.
You did your
Hopefully
own for
pulled everybody.
science.
I did much safer science.
Yes. Not death and destruction science so far.
Full
Right.
moon, so you're good there.
Alrighty. If it did not pull you in, please hit a refresh.
I
I
am
am-
here.
I'm in, but I cannot control my characters.
Yeah, we can't control our tokens yet.
Nope.
You took our powers away.
Why can I not control my own body?
No, it's because when I put them in, I accidentally put them in on the map layer.
Mm-hmm.
You just hadn't moved them to the player layer. Gotcha.
That
Why
kind of
can't I control my own
You
body?
don't know how many times I did that and had to fix it.
Yeah, it's because you start out on the map and everything
You
else.
forgot to
It's
switch
the
Oh,
very
you-
top
yeah.
layer
Yep.
in
Oh,
the list.
UGMs and UGM
All right.
problems.
So I
you-
assume Princess is flying over around the area of these things.
Right.
So she is over there, or he is over there.
Yep. So he looks over and sees a large crystal cluster. And then warns everybody else. So what's everybody else doing? You can see that in the distance the path kind of picks back up and starts moving again, but
Yeah,
it's still pretty overgrown in this area.
Does Princess see the crystals moving at all, or are they stationary?
Give me an investigation or another perception check, if you would.
Okie doke. Perception. Go. Perception. Come on. 19.
I won't say that they're moving, but as much as they are kind of lifting up and down, very, very slightly and slowly.
Are the
Okay.
orange things mushrooms?
We
or are they
don't
pumpkins?
know. All we can see is the crystal bits, and
Not
that's if we can see
does.
it. I think only Princess might be able to see them.
Not
right now.
those things. The little things
I
growing
think
out.
she's
Yeah,
from the-
so-
yeah.
I'm gonna have
Those are mushrooms.
Princess turn
Oh, okay.
invisible,
Yeah, these are mushrooms.
Okay.
and Midnight is going to just
Are you calling out and telling Princess to do this, or is Princess just doing this of
It's
Princess's own
telepathic.
volition?
It's
Okay.
telepathic. Yeah. So Princess and I can communicate from a distance. Like it, wherever Princess is, he can talk to me.
Okay.
You hear voices in
and I
your
can talk
head.
to him. Yes, I do hear voices in my
He hears crow
And-
people.
head.
Yep.
And she's not here, but Drimma and Good Boy are here as well. I just
They are
didn't add
present.
them all.
Just
Yes.
yeah.
My apologies for that. I
So
keep forgetting.
I'm gonna kind of motion people to get down, and just like point in the direction of them.
Oh, by the way, did Drema eat the berry?
Drimma did.
Okay.
And then I'll have Princess fly back over. If he can.
You should be able to move Princess now.
Yep. I was just
Somebody
making sure that
save
was
me. My
okay.
nephew burnt popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And as soon as
Ew.
Tasty.
Princess gets back over here, he will quietly say, "There's some sort of crystal monster over there. It moves really slow."
Okay. Are they in the direction that we need to go? DM?
They are, if you want to continue traveling where you're going,
Okay.
your goal is
Goal
to the
is down
southeast
here.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we could, in theory, move past them.
We could.
Can you please have Princess to do a self check for me?
Stealth check.
Stealth.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
Uh,
that for the whispering.
Is it for the whispering?
Yeah.
Okay. Then no advantage.
Since you
on
were trying
that.
to be silent about it.
Yes, I can. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Princess isn't the most quiet bird, I've noticed.
He has a +5 to stealth.
She's not really quiet though.
Apparently not.
Yeah, and these things to check had a -5 to things. So
So I'm gonna reach out and gently stroke princess's feathers and cast Emboldening Bond.
Okay, so he is invisible.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, you just heard
He
this
is on
random
midnight
gravelly
though,
whisper.
so if you express the interest in doing that, midnight can put your hand on the right place.
Well, doesn't matter. I have to be able to see, so
Oh.
invisible means I can't do it.
And beyond the hill, after this whisper of there's some crystal creature type things over there, everybody else over the crest of this hill just suddenly sees rising up little pointy blue crystals. They look vaguely like what was back at town, but not really. These actually look a lot more icy and see-through, and they have some the light reflects off of them pretty well. So just peeking over the ridge there, you see crystals raising up into the air, and
Alright.
you see them actually move south just a little bit.
Then I will instead, I'll cast the Emboldening Bond on, well, question real quick. It says 2 willing creatures within 30 feet of me. Can I include myself as one of those?
You are a willing creature within 30 feet of you, so yes.
Okay,
It doesn't
so yeah.
say other creatures.
So I will
you're good.
cast it between myself and Kophax.
Mhm.
Okay.
So for the next 10 minutes, we get to roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw once per turn.
Sweet. Nice.
Woo.
Alright, that's it.
So anything else anybody else wants to do, having seen this crystal appear up?
I'm sorry, I can't think right now. The smell is so horrible.
I mean,
Is
it
there
is
anything you would
burnt
want to do
popcorn.
to ready up for potential combat
Yeah,
or stealthing?
I'll hold an action to Eldritch Blasts if
Can I attempt to stealth out of? Yeah.
they seem hostile.
Yeah, we
Can
want
I
to
attempt to
try to
stealth?
get past them if we can without attracting attention.
Yep.
Well, I can help with that.
Dun, dun,
This would be the
dun.
time to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, that definitely makes you much more stealthy.
does have a verbal
Trace.
component though. So
It doesn't have to be a
I'll-
particularly loud verbal component. You can
Yep.
whisper it.
Yeah, you
I-
just
I
have
will
to say it
whisper it.
clearly. Whispering is reserved for sorcerers who use a sorcery point. So you can do it, but it still has to be clear enough. So
I'll
with that-
talk very lowly,
Okay, give
kind
me
of
a
like
stealth check,
ASMR
please.
level.
Give me a stealth check, please.
I am not a stealthy bun, but I will try. 17
Okay.
no, 7. 'Cause
plus
this
10 for
is-
pass without a trace.
Well,
This
it
is
was
you
a cast.
cast
This
it.
was
This
to
was you
cast
cast
it. It's
Yeah.
before it takes
Yeah,
effect.
you were trying to
You
cast
wouldn't
it
have the plus
stealthily.
10 yet. So it's a 7.
Yeah, without the sorcery point thing, it'll be a stealth check if you want to try and cast
Well,
something
I
quieter.
think the sorcery point thing actually removes the verbal component.
Right.
Wait, before she casts her spell, can I try to stealth away?
You trying to run away?
No, I'm trying to stealth away. Like, I want to stay in range in case the party, somebody flubs up and it catches their attention and we have to fight.
But
I
you don't
wanna
want to be in a clump, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So you just want to move and hide somewhere.
I guess, yeah.
Yes. This
Okay.
right now is pretty much a free round. You can do a move and an action.
I gotta roll still. Why do my rolls hate me today? Why?
Okay, so you are hidden with the 7. Where would you like to go?
I wanted to go over here behind Tweet.
Then you're not going to be within the 30 feet from me casting it.
But she was when she was in it.
But she said she wanted to stealth and get away.
You have
Before I
to
cast.
stay within the
The 30-foot.
the
Yeah.
radius for the entire duration to get the benefit.
Okay.
Yes,
So anytime she's outside the radius, she does not get the benefit.
Okay.
it's fine.
That's fine. So you hide behind a tree.
Yeah.
Anything Kophax or Naya wants? Well, Naya,
Well, I did my action, but I can still
Yeah.
move if you're saying we get to move and an action.
Yeah.
I will also move.
Go ahead and take a full move action if you want to.
I'll move about here.
Okay.
I want to try to be behind this tree a little bit.
You certainly
Somewhere-
can. Go
somewhere
ahead and
around this
treat the big
tree.
fat part as the base of the tree.
Okay.
Yep.
So yes,
I
that's
did.
fine.
I did a move.
I'd be up here.
Alrighty.
Trying to hide and kind of stay within proximity of where Kophax is going to be.
Ta-da. So with that, if y'all don't mind, we can start next time with rolling initiative. Even though it might be a little
Aw,
anticlimactic, or we can do it now. What does everybody want to do?
I'm good either way.
Please, for the love of God, say next time. Please, for the love of God, say next
Oh,
time. Please, for the
next
love of
time
God,
it
say
is.
next time.
Sounds like next time, yeah.
Next time is fine.
I want to fight them
Everyone's
now.
don't like me today.
So definitely a little bit of an early ending, but I don't
Oh,
think
it's
that's a
almost
problem.
9:30, about 2 hours. Not that much
Yeah.
earlier.
That's true.
Yeah, we're pretty much right on time. It's unusual. Who are we and what did we do with
Right.
us?
Yeah, that's odd.
We
I ate
could
the
go an
oldest
extra
and spat out
hour.
doppelgangers.
You made doppelgangers?
Yeah.
We could go an
Nah.
extra hour.
People tend to have stuff prepared after this or need some rest and food.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
It is
okay.
Good Friday. We have Easter
Yeah.
weekend.
Mm-hmm. I have
I
nothing after
refuse
this.
to go to Pokemon tomorrow, so I'm good.
I will say, however, before we do go ahead and end it, that Phelan having moved up, you can see more clearly over the ridge there. And you get a super chill down your spine as these things remind you of something that you recently had a nightmare about, but not quite the same.
Oh dear.
I love my life.
So there we will call the day, and I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by to watch us as we play D&D with friends here, and I hope everybody has a good day, good night, good evening, or good insert your time zone here.
Have a good Easter
Wait,
weekend if you celebrate
friends?
Easter. Otherwise, have a good weekend.
And for
Friends?
those of you on
Who
my
are you
end,
people?
Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening. and I'll
I
see y'all
don't know.
next
Who
time.
are you?
Bye-bye.
I'm a potato.